Hello, and welcome to another session of San Francisco by Night, Hunter the Vigil. Tonight, we go to Miss Valentine, or I guess now known as Miss Justice, who has just had a wonderful, beautiful wedding and is currently enjoying the after party of the wedding and is waking up the next morning with an important decision that she has decided to make.
So yeah, she'd just be kind of like at this point she'd be like sitting at the kitchen table, kind of staring into her coffee cup, serious expression on her face, just really thinking,
You are muted.
fucking fuck. All right, she'd be at this point. She would have gotten up first. She'd be like sitting at the kitchen table, staring into her coffee, just kind of serious, stern, worried expression on her face.
Nick eventually wakes up, comes on into the kitchen. Hey, man, how's it going?
It's it's going great. Um, I just kind of I want to.
He comes up next to you and sits down. What's up? What's going on? Puts his arm around your shoulder. Everything okay? It was a good night.
It was, but I don't. I, I feel terrible.
Hey, talk to me. What's going on? I'm here for you now forever, remember?
I know it's. I told you when I was in the forest how there's just some things I don't tell you, just because I don't want you to know how shitty the city is.
Yeah, I understand.
Things when I signed up with these Section 9 people, I haven't even been. I told you I was in over my head a bit, but I've been hiding shit from you, Nick, and I don't like it. And I can't tell you. I can't tell you half the shit, but like I've been. I told you I'd give you my everything, right?
Yes, I will give you my everything.
Then, and she pulls out a piece of paper with quickly scribbles down the passcode. Then here,
What's this?
that's like me. It's how in over my head I am. It's Nick, and you can't tell anybody about this. This is literally the most important fucking thing. But Nick, this is I've never told anybody else about this, but I only recently found out, and it's freaking me the fuck out. But just she's gonna write down like a quick like phrase like gridlock her and then ungridlock her. It's like Nick, this is like my my password, I guess.
What do you mean? Like, what exactly does this, do?
Just just say it.
He looks down and he says it.
And then I meet like it would say like the gridlock thing, and I would just freeze up.
He looks at you very startled, just kind of looks you up and down. He's like, "Hon, you okay?"
Just frozen. I wrote how to ungridlock.
Okay, he says the other phrase.
I look at him, kind of panicked. That's that's what I meant.
Hon, what the heck is going on?
Nick, they. I don't think I have. I think they're using me, Nick. They've been using me for a long time.
His eyes start to go wide with realization.
I. They can do more than just freeze me up too. They can. Nick, I think they could fucking brainwash me. I think I've been screwed since the day I woke up in the hospital.
Shit, hon. He sets the paper down and he wraps you in a big hug and kisses you with the most passionate kiss you've ever seen him give you.
I would be crying if I could. If it's dark out here, Nick. I've been alone and I haven't been able to tell. I haven't been able to tell you, and I felt so bad every night. I had to just know, and you can't tell anybody, Nick. And I don't want like. Pretty sure this is a one of those situations where scary men in suits come, but I I'm holding back so much, and there's just if I was hoping if at least if you knew this, you would at least understand.
He nods and he says, I'm with you to the end, hon. I don't care how bad it gets.
Hugs him tighter.
Too much.
Sorry. I thought fucking. I have a fucking owner's manual, like a fucking Honda Civic.
It's okay, darling, so do I.
What?
Well, I mean, I belong to you, you know?
Jesus Christ, you freaked me out. Okay. Oh my god.
Now, hon, how about some breakfast?
Yeah. You don't need to. You don't need to brainwash me to get me to do that for you.
I'll take care of breakfast today. And he goes and he starts cooking, and normally he has a very healthy, very mild kind of breakfast. He is going very old fashioned with bacon, eggs, and ground up. He's not even using like the pre done sausage. He's using like ground up beef and everything. He's doing a very old fashioned breakfast.
Where'd you learn to do that?
Oh, I've always known, darling.
Very southern of you.
Well, a good portion of my family is from the south, so makes sense.
Fair. Yeah, we never really left Oregon.
You also notice that the revolver that was gifted to you is over on the kitchen counter. Very close to Nick, but not like in his reach or even in his grip, but it's just close by.
Hmm. Why you got the revolver out?
Huh. I don't remember taking that out. Although to be fair, hon, last night was
Yeah. Or look of kind of concern. Wait. Okay, I'm here. Let me put this in the lockbox. Don't want it just hanging around. She goes and puts it in like the gun safe.
you do so.
Come back. Yeah, I'm assuming there's no gun.
No, you put it in the safe.
Good, 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 good. All right, and then yeah. So when do you wanna? Shit, we have a plan for the moon trip.
Yeah, I know. I'm still impressed you even got that going. Actually, kind of embarrassed, darling, but where are my pants?
Oh yeah, they're still on the bedroom floor.
You sure they're on the bedroom floor? I checked. I didn't see them.
Wait, was he wearing pants when he walked in?
Nope.
I'll find him. You got a cute butt, anyways.
He goes a little bit red and goes back to cooking breakfast for you.
Hmm. So you're thinking like a week from now? I know the I looked up the shuttle launches. Week, 2 weeks.
Pass is good for a year. We can do it whenever you want, hon, really.
Let's get some affairs in order. Maybe go next month.
Sure, you got it.
Shit, the moon though.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I've always wanted to check it out myself. Never thought it was really, never really thought it was possible for us to space travel, but nonetheless, it's a nice thought.
Man, I want to absolutely school some people in low gravity basketball.
You're on.
Although I might just end up hitting my head against the ceiling like a lot. Yeah, well, that'll be fun.
It will be fun. It's at this point Nick gets a phone call and he says, "Uh huh, yeah, yeah. Do I still get my days off? Well, yeah, sure. Oh, well, thank you. Of course.
Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I just got to go into work tomorrow, if that's okay, hon.
Oh yeah, sure.
Apparently, that new zoo opening up just outside of the San Francisco border there, apparently it's a big thing, and they want me to do some double checks on it.
Out of out of character. Do I know about the zoo yet?
Yes,
Ah, so I know that's a bad place.
from what you've been told.
Oh shit. She kind of looks like she looks panicked. Um, look, uh, don't don't go there.
What's going on, hon?
Uh, in over our head shit. That's pretty much just most that I can tell you.
He leans against the counter and folds his arms. He says, "Hun, I thought we were going to be honest with each other, darling."
I said, I mean, those, it's owned by not nice people, and shit's gonna go down. That's pretty much the gist of it.
Are you going to be involved in said shit?
Yes. They're. I mean, I'm still part of the government. I'm still definitely the good guys, but yeah, no shit's go. There's gonna be a raid.
Well, then I'm definitely going with you.
What? No, no, no. You no, no. How could no?
He's just leaning across the table with his arms folded.
Out of the question. That place is a fucking fortress, and it's gonna be sketchy the whole time in there.
I know you're a super badass robot, hun, but I'm no tootin' myself. I'm not letting you go in there alone.
I'm not going in there alone, but for Christ's sakes, no. I am. This is why I didn't want to. I didn't want you to be a part. I don't want you to be a part of this. Like, not this.
Too late.
No. I mean, just these people are. No, hell no. That is not an option.
He just raises an eyebrow.
I'm not putting you in a fucking firefight, Nick.
Been in one before.
Out of character, would I know that story?
He has not told you the story yet.
When have. What? When have you been. What? When were you. What? Okay, when have you been in a. When?
He just looks very lost in thought, like he's like what he's about to say is going to be tough, so he's thinking.
Nick, please.
Damn, this is going to be hard. Okay. Oh, this is hard. This is hard, hon. Mm. When damn it. Okay, before I say this, you know I love you. I am yours forever now.
100%.
There is there is no one that owns me. Only you. I'm yours. Okay?
Of course.
Promise me this. Promise me that no matter how hard what I have to say is, you will stay with me and I will be yours.
There's
Even
nothing.
if you don't want me, I'm yours.
Kind of walk up and hug him, and I say, "There's nothing that would ever stop that."
Okay? What I'm about to say is going to hurt. So I'll start with the obvious and the non relation. I've lied to you. I never lied about my feelings for you. I never lied about that. Ever. But I have told you lies. And I'm ashamed.
That's. I mean, I haven't told you the whole truth either, so I totally even.
Well, I wasn't. I'm technically not graduated from IT. I actually graduated from the University, shall we say, of Fort Benning. I was in the Army, drone pilot, programmer. I wanted to move up the ranks, so I went into Special Forces.
What?
It's just standard stuff. I went and I, I joined the Rangers. Like I even got the tomahawk hidden in the basement and everything.
She's just jaw basically dropped. Just okay.
Did assignments, had training. It was a rough time. War in Africa was, even though it was supposed to be over, there was still a lot going on. So they needed a drone pilot and they needed someone to do the electronics. So I did. At first, I didn't think this life was going to come back to bite me until I saw one of your associates, Miss Briggs.
Wait, you know.
She was, yeah, she was in the squad next to mine. I wasn't in her battalion, but we were in the same attachment, shall we say. Went to the same location, had to do similar ops. Never really got to know her that well, but she was in the op squad that was next to mine. One day there was an incident. One night there was a lot of screaming. I don't remember what happened. Someone cracked me on the back of the head. But when I woke up, most of my squad, except for a few, were dead. We managed to get out of there. However, we were trying to get everyone out. And then we found Briggs' squad. They were torn to shreds. Something ate them. And what in the hell leaves claw marks in solid steel? So, we moved on. Kept going, got all the survivors, got all the injured we could, what was left of them. One of my one of our squad, one of the specialists, lost his arms. Jackie lost her legs. A few other people I couldn't even identify. I had a friend there named Hawkins. He had a twin brother. We found a we found his backpack, and I asked, "Is this Hawkins? Is this your brother?" And when he came back from the scene, he told me he couldn't tell. It wasn't a pretty day. When we got back, first thing they started doing was telling us don't talk about it. Then they started and that's when I started seeing some interesting fellows come up at my door. Started talking to me about what I saw, what happened. Started asking me weird things. And I told him, I don't know what you want me to say. I saw people, ripped to shreds and torn apart.
She just kind of has this. Valentine has this knowing kind of glare, like stare off into the distance, kind of. Oh no! Look.
So they started talking to me and they wanted to just hire me for special jobs. Started paying me a lot of money. Started having me investigate things that were odd. I started hearing the terms kindred and other things thrown around. Didn't make much sense to me at the time. Still technically doesn't. And then they said, Mr. Valentine, we want you,
Justice.
or Mr. Justice, we want you to observe someone. And that someone was you.
Um. Well, it's just make me observe.
Watch you, get close to you, take notes. And then the incident happened. And then they got even more curious about you. Started asking more questions, more questions. Give us more info, more info. Eventually, I just told them to fuck off. Granted, they still send me emails and call me occasionally. I don't give them much.
She just hugs him tighter.
Sorry I lied to you, hon.
Fuck.
From here on out, you can ask me anything. I will tell you the truth.
So, who are they, anyways?
Men in black suits. I don't know.
Hmm.
That's why I got a little nervous when I heard about this Section 9 business. I also got very nervous when your friend Mr. X gave me a call.
He called you?
Yes.
What did he ask?
He asked if I wanted a job.
Yeah. Ah, fuck me. How? Huh. Man, I've been screwed forever. Huh.
I think we've all been a little screwed for a while here, then.
Eh. Fuck.
Maybe that's why they gave you the operation, because they've been watching you for a long time. I don't know what they wanted with you, though. A lot of the stuff they were asking was just standard stuff like mood, how is she, how's the diet, how's the serum working, etc., etc.
Well. One thing I've learned from all of this, pretty much, I don't know, free will, I guess, is an illusion. Because, fuck. Fuck, I need a nap now.
He's like, I can second that.
This is me, we're
But
both
hey,
secret agents, but like,
I mean, I'm not a secret agent. I was just special ops, and I don't really think they consider me an agent.
I mean, huh. I
You have to
guess.
admit, I was pretty decent at watching you, wasn't I?
Oh, very much so. Very convincing.
Like I said, though, I never lied about how I feel about you. And I don't care what happens. I want you.
And you have me.
Okay.
Heart, soul, also in passcode.
And by the way, I'm coming with you whether you like it or not.
No! Nick, you're my fucking world. No. Everyone involved in this is a freak. Don't.
He smiles a little bit, and
Just.
he kind of he shoves you against the wall a little bit and gets very close. He says, "I'm coming with you, hon."
No, Nick. This is This is more dangerous than half the shit I've done, Reese. Just no, please. I'm asking you, please don't. I don't want you to be involved with Section 9. There's not a lot. There's a lot of weird shit going on, and if anything ever happened to you, I would basically be. I would be screwed.
He pushes away from you and he goes on over and he grabs He goes down to the basement and he brings back one of your spare metal pipes that attaches onto some of the sides. Basically, if a pipe ever broke, it's just a metal pipe
Yeah,
replacement. It's a pretty good, solid, about 4 inches of steel.
he is not.
He holds it up in front of you. He puts one end in one hand, one end in the other. And like a child breaking a stick, he bends it all the way around.
Oh no, of course.
Part of the contract deal is Section 9, hon. That's what the vial was for.
You're not like. So it was from Section 9.
He nods.
Oh, thank God. She kind of slumps to the floor. I have been freaking the fuck out.
Mr. X is a nice guy. I'm not too worried about it.
No, no, he is. But I was afraid it'd be like any. Uh, wait.
Takes a look and he says, "It has been beneficial, as you can see."
So you're like super strong.
Stronger. Doubt I'm strong as you, but
Are
I mean,
you?
that right there took a lot of effort.
Are you also tougher?
Yeah.
Kind of looks him up and down. You see, there's an evil grin. It's something I always wanted to try.
He goes, "Yeah."
Can I roll a fucking strength stamina?
It would actually be. Let me check here. This is going to be a strength brawl. He's going to roll a stamina athletics. Actually, I'm sorry. It's going to be strength athletics versus stamina athletics. So.
uh, fuck.
Okay, so 3 hits.
So strength what? Strength brawl?
Strength athletics.
Oh, this poor man.
Only got 3 hits. He's more durable now. Okay, so, I mean, you clearly still are the stronger and more durable one, but I'll let you use your imagination.
Oh no!
So, let's just say that as the camera is fading away from the scene, Valentine and Nick are probably going to need to get a contractor to fix the floor and some of the walls.
uh,
Not to mention, I think the bed frame broke. So the camera will fade away.
uh,
And then we go to another scene.
later date?
It's a later date, but it would be the early morning, right after the uh, wedding. There is a punching bag.
There is a punching bag.
And you see the punching bag, and it is punched. It is then kicked. It is then smashed kicked again, and it takes us to a small gym where a very beautiful woman is basically going to town on a bag. And then the routine ends. Her phone, lying over on the bench, starts to ring.
Alex checks the phone. She is no beautiful woman. Those who calls her beautiful are either mocking or trying to lie, or they're desperate. But yeah, she opens the phone and says, "This is Alex," as she drinks from her water.
Yes, Alex, this is X. Would you mind stopping by uh, my place, please? My
Yep.
office.
No problem, sir.
Of course.
Usual.
Yes. I need to talk with you about some associates you'll be working with and someone else who will also be doing security and enforcement with you.
I will be there as soon as possible, sir.
Phone hangs up and you head off to the place that you know as Section 9. A government facility designed to be an independent intelligence agency, also hiring out for security and a lot of different jobs. You've been working there for about a month now, Alex. It's been good pay, good rights, and you've gotten a little bit more explanation about your
Situation.
condition. Condition.
Condition.
You go down the elevator and you eventually head to the very familiar area you know to be Mr. X's office.
The She puts her headphones out and she takes out her hoodie so Mr. X can see her face. And she knocks the door.
Come on in, Alex.
Alex does come in.
Alex, good to see you again. Come, sit. We have much to discuss. You notice that Mr. X is in his very famous Agent Smith suit with glasses off.
She see his face?
Yes, it's just Hugo weaving.
Can I just ask out of curiosity, do I feel what he is?
Yes, you have felt what he is time and time again every time you've seen him.
Hmm.
You know exactly what he is. The definition that he calls it is kindred. However, the typical human or uneducated person calls it vampire. However, you notice something odd about him. Something that he's never told you and to this day refuses to tell you. But there is something else besides vampire that lies deep within him. You've only seen it once or twice before, but you're not entirely sure how to describe it.
Hmm.
You know that it is something that does with reality manipulation, but that's all you know. You don't know the terminology for it, is what I'm
She,
saying. You
she
know what it
doesn't
is.
care.
Yeah.
She doesn't care. Like, it's a guy who pays for me to do stuff, so I do stuff. The She thinks Mr. X is a good employee,
Mm-hmm.
so she treats him like a good boss.
Yep.
She sits down and she says, like, Tavi, we can't smoke here, right?
No, you're welcome to smoke.
Thanks, boss, as she lights her cigarette.
Tell me, I know this last month has been a little bit slow. However, we have something rather big coming up.
Molier's boss.
You're good at working with others, yes?
Not exactly, but I can try.
Well, you did go to the wedding. What did you think of some of them?
One of them was an asshole. Perrin seems cool. He is useful. I protect him like you said me to. You ordered me to do so.
He nods. Yes, hmm, that may come into question later, but nonetheless. Um, I've hired a few enforcement and brought on a new members to where now we officially have 10 members. Officially. Meaning our organization can actually start to make some proper effort and leeway. Not just be financially and politically strong, we can now have a decent amount of people on hands work, so to speak.
She knows.
I've hired a few, or recruited a few people to help with a operation that will be happening soon. I take it you have nothing against, at least from what I read on your profile when I hired you last month. You're not against taking a life.
She shrugs. Oh,
We will we will need you to have you take quite a few lives, actually, at least depending upon the looks of it.
only question is how much. And you pay me more than I need, so
Tell me, have you heard about the facility being built just outside of San Francisco? That new zoo?
I heard rumors.
It's actually not a zoo, it's a fortress that a certain associate of mine is making. And he has violated many laws and committed many crimes in both my society and standard society. He needs to be eliminated. However, due to the laws of my society, I cannot act against him. So Section 9 will act against him. There is going to be a raid on his compound soon. This is going to be by the book, very professional like.
No witnesses?
No witnesses. Not one trace can be left. However, those of Section 9 can witness anything they wish. Anyone who is not of Section 9, well, you know.
She just nods.
If you are cool with this, I will transfer your pay and I can get you briefed.
She nods.
The layout of the facility is pretty ridiculous. He's built it to be almost that of a fortress, prison, guard towers, and everything.
Hmm.
However, we do have a full layout thanks to one of our agents. He was able to get a full on layout and he found some secret passageways, entryways.
That's cool.
I swear, if Lance wasn't so jacked up on his little addiction, I would say he's trying to be a Bond villain.
Bond villain?
It's an old show that used to come on a lot back in the year 2020 and so on, a long time ago. It was about a secret agent who would always meet these villains that were over the top, ridiculous, flamboyant, theatrical. You know the terms.
What do you want to be done to this guy? Is he needs to be captured alive or dead?
He needs to be dead.
Then he will be.
I'm going to send you in with a team of trained professionals, and if we'll probably have about 2 to 3 teams consisting of operations attacking both electronically, physically, and socially. We will erase this compound from existence. We will burn all records, kill everyone involved in the situation, including Mr. Lance, and see to it that this does not become a problem again.
She nods again and then says, if Lance is trying to create a lot of problems. Is it because for Section 9, or is he working against you?
Both, because my interests co-align with Section 9.
She nods. I was just curious if you knew.
Of course. Curiosity is a great thing to have. But be careful who you ask questions to, and be careful what questions you ask.
I am not interested in being a cat.
Of
I am cool with hearing the answer no, boss.
course. Very good. I'm glad I hired you. But nonetheless, I know your social life has been a little bit stressful, and I know that here at Section 9 things can be rough, but I want to see to it that all my employees are getting the proper enjoyment out of life. Was the wedding at least enjoyable?
It's full of pigs, but she's like, meh.
Mm, indeed.
The Any way I can make sure that I meet with the members before we assault?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I'd like you to start getting introduce yourself. You may introduce yourself whenever you wish. After all, you have the rank of enforcer in Section 9. You can't order them around to forcibly do things, but you can call them in to do surveys and get to know them. Just like a doctor, just like our associate, Mrs. Frost, you can call them in and ask them things about tactics, what they prefer to use as weapons, things that will aid you in your work, because you are basically security here for Section 9. So you may call them in to ask them things about this.
I do what you say.
Of
And
course.
yes, that's what's going to happen.
Perhaps I'll have you meet one tomorrow.
She nods. I will be happy to do so.
Of course.
Anything else I should know, boss?
No, that's it.
Then I should leave?
Do as you please.
She nods, gets up with her cigarette, and leaves the room, quite
Right.
happy.
The camera will then shift, and the scene will shift to the next day. Valentine, you are called in by Mr. X. And it's a little bit concerning that you and Nick will have to hire a general contractor for the walls and the bed and the floor. But, you know, it's nothing you can't handle. You've both been paid very handsomely these past few months.
Don't care, had snoo snoo.
So do you go to Section 9?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, probably happier and at least more relaxed than I have in probably the last month or so.
Yep. As you get to Mr. X's office, he looks up and he says, "Ah, Valentine, or should I say, Miss Justice now, congratulations. I apologize I couldn't be there at the wedding. I really do apologize.
It's perfectly fine. But it was
I
a
really
wonderful
wanted
wedding.
to be there. I really did want to be there, you know."
I wanted you there too, but, you know, life happens.
Yes, we had a little bit of a crisis happen, actually.
I did get the text.
Right, so you know what's probably going to be going down. I assume this isn't going to compromise your job.
No, no, we could work around it.
Okay. Like I said, I wouldn't want to force you to do anything that would compromise that. I mean, life is important.
Yeah, but this is also basically, yeah, no, it's totally fine.
Of course, and we're dealing with a criminal and kidnapper and etc. etc.
That and I like
Uh,
going to zoos.
really quickly here, I would like you to meet one of our enforcers.
It's Alex who's smoking a cigarette inside.
You notice now, Valentine, there's a woman over in the corner, sitting by one of the air vents so the smoke doesn't gather. Miss Alex, Miss Valentine,
You were with
Alex
you were with Creed.
go on, sir.
You know, you were Peyroon.
Yes, I was with her or him, and you were getting married. As she extends a hand,
I shake it.
she's quite strong, like strength 5. I don't know how much your strength.
yeah. Oh no, that's nothing to Valentine. No worries. You both give each other a very firm handshake, and neither one of you is bothered by it at all. You both kind of look at each other, and it's like, oh, like it's one of those moments where like two really strong people shake each other's hand, and then they're like, well, shit.
She's quite scrawny for a person to be that strong.
Real quick, just because it's a habit at this point, I'm gonna like on any of the different visions. Does she pop up
Oh
anything?
yes. Night vision, nothing. Heat vision, standard body temperature. EMS vision. There's another figure standing behind her, but when you turn the vision on and off, you don't see it. Like you'll turn EMS on and you see it, turn it off, okay, there's nothing there. Then you turn EMS back on and there's nothing there.
Is it his beast?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reptilian monster looking thing.
It's like a yeah, like if Valentine plays video games, it's like a lizard folk.
So I mean, you would see her like kind of look at you for a second and then glance behind you for a second and just kind of look back to you like. Eh.
There's nothing there. I'm all here.
Yes. Sorry. I thought there was a spider on the wall. How's so? You're an enforcer?
I enforce Mr. X as well.
She also does security and is one of the tactical advisors for you and your group. I hope that she will be working with you and a few others in the future quite a bit.
Oh, neat. So you're going into the the animal house
Yes,
with us?
indeed. That's why I thought you two should get to know each other, know each other's tactics and advantages, strengths and weaknesses before we get going on this thing.
All right. So I shoot things and break things.
You're also quite good at smashing things.
Yes. Doors, people, whatever is weaker than me. How do you think?
Indeed, Miss Valentine is one of San Francisco's finest.
A cop.
And Alex is one of the best, I think, in my opinion, the best current mixed martial artist in the circulation.
Thank you, Mr. X.
Hmm. If you two want, you're welcome to use the gym to assess each other out. It's open right now.
I only fight to survive. But I am a mixed martial artist, like Mr. X kindly put. I know my way around guns, but I didn't take an education like cops did.
Shoot, I've just been shooting since I was 12. Younger, actually.
I've been brawling since that time. I Can you guys hear me? OOC?
Oh, yes, yes, you can.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Uh, she then says, "I'm good at investigating, not for minor things, but my eye doesn't miss anything. It is hard to lie to me, and I'm quite tough and fast."
Well, we need a lot of that around here, so yeah.
Just to state like this, one of the characters' abilities. She looks like when she is in the room, she is like she owns the room. She has this looming presence. It's like she is like a normal height person, but she looks like she's tall. And
Mhm. In other
you
words,
know,
Yeah. In other words, Valentine. When you look at her compared to Mister X, she's actually smaller than he is. But it's like she. It's difficult to describe, but like imagine walking into a room and seeing someone, and even though they're not the biggest person in the room, they feel like the biggest, most ominous person in the room.
yeah,
She's got an aura of presence about her.
yeah. There's just like something. It's intimidating, but like it's not like terror. At least,
Yes,
yes.
it's just a whoa kind of moment.
Well, I shall be casual in defiance.
Right? Two shaky hands. And before we have this scene end, are you two going to suss each other out in the gym?
The Alex is quite adamant about only fighting to kill.
Mm-hmm.
She tells Mr. X, "If you order me to do so, I will. But I am I
But you're an MMA fighter.
no, things change."
She There was an incident which brought her to me. I will let her discuss that with you.
Oh, that wasn't in character. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, if she says, well, she said that in character. So he says there was an incident that brought her to me, and how about this, Alex? Don't fight in desperation. Don't fight to survive. Fight to analyze and secure in this little spar that you will do. I need to have you both assess each other before you go into a combat situation. Too many times do people not know each other's skills and get in trouble. You two need to know each other's limits. Test the limits. Do not fight for death. Do not fight to survive. Fight to test. Fight to push. Can you do that for me, Alex?
Yes, I can, sir.
Very well. You two may head on down to the gym. That is all in my office.
So on the way, walking down, when no one's around, not really like glancing at you. So I'm just gonna casually say, "So what's with the lizard?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
She doesn't seem to be lying, by the way.
Indeed, Valentine, when you tell her that, she says that with a very blank face. You've interrogated a lot of people before. You're an officer, after all. And that didn't either she's telling the truth or that was an amazing lie.
I look at the EMS again.
I don't really see anything, or well, you thought you saw something out of the corner of your eye, but can't really pick up on it.
Just to show you the lizard thing, um, I'm gonna show you its photo. Like this is how it looks. I am about to.
Now, remember, in EMS, he wouldn't be able to see any details. He'd only be able to see the outline of it.
Okay, this is like me and Bot's idea on what her beast actually looks like. This is her and the beast behind it.
Oh, isn't that from that one Netflix thing?
Yes, Sonny's Edge. Yes,
Okay. So yeah, weird. You don't know the.
very weird.
So back in character. So
Hmm.
wait, you actually don't. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Uh.
What you're talking about?
You You had a thing like standing behind you, and then it left when I turned the EMS back off. I have. And she kind of taps at her like on her temple. I have weird eyes. So you had like a thing like. Did you ever watch that old anime JoJo's?
Yeah, you didn't watch any anime. I'm sorry.
Ah, well, they had like weird ghost things that would like shadow them and help them. You had it looked like you had one of those.
I feel hungry for proving myself.
You're not gonna turn into something, are you?
Not yet.
Hi.
As you approach the gym, you see the gym is occupied by only one person.
The Alex looks.
You see this woman um, sitting there hitting one of the bags pretty good, and eventually finishes a routine.
Alex is like,
She looks over at you two and she says, "Oh, hello. Uh, New faces. Always good to meet new faces.
"Hello, my name is
My
Alex."
name's Hi, Jenna.
Call me Justice.
Justice, Alex. Well, my routine's just about done. Uh, I'll just go ahead and move this bag out of the way, and the mat is yours.
Thank you.
Of course, anytime.
You always train around.
Well, I just recently joined last week. Uh, I just finally kind of got my routine going.
I understand. Maybe you can
Well, don't
teach
let
me.
me in. Of
Maybe you can train me.
course. She just kind of looks at you and what is actually out of curiosity, what is your composure?
Just a second. My character's composure is 3.
I think mine's also 3.
Okay. Okay. Alex, what are your surface thoughts?
I think my character has a thing for that. Like everything becomes. What was the name of that? Clash of Wills.
Yes.
Yeah. What
Right.
do I
So
roll?
roll me. Okay. So roll me your. What is it? What's your Clash Wars? Layer rating or Sadie?
I think it's like something something plus layer rating, but fuck
Oh,
it.
okay.
What we can do is basically we can give it for now, and I can reach Crete to learn about it because I should have learned about it.
Right.
I'm just gonna give
Tech.
that to you anyway.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, what is your layer rating?
It is, I think, 4. Yeah, 4.
Okay. Roll me just 4 dice then, since we didn't
Okay.
get the other ones down. Just roll 4 dice.
Absolutely. 9945.
Okay, so what are her surface thoughts?
She is admiring the view and thinking that uh, hopefully that she doesn't hurt anyone in the gym.
Jenna kind of looks at you, Alex, and blushes. Like you see her physically blush, and she kind of blinks for a moment, and then looks over at Valentine. Valentine, what are your surface thoughts?
Wait, does Iron Will or um, Magical Resistance have anything?
Yes. Now remember, this wasn't a direct clash of wills with what she's doing,
Yeah, yeah,
but you can roll. But you can roll it to shield if you want.
yeah. Actually, I think I would have just had the EM. Honestly, with Alex right next to me, I probably would have kept the EMS up. So would I have seen anything?
Yeah, this looks a little similar to what Jinx was doing.
So I see that weird thing come at me. I'm like, or I see that go on, and I see it come to me. I was like, oh, please don't tell me she's tried to weird psychic bone me again. No, I'm gonna be like, oh god, is she
It
trying
doesn't
to like,
feel the same.
yeah,
It doesn't feel the same. What Jinx was doing was almost like trying to whack, like punch inside your
ah,
head. This feels more like just a read.
is she trying to read my mind?
Do you
She's
ask that?
reading.
I think that.
You think that, and then Jenna blinks and looks at you, Valentine, and she's like, "Oh," shakes her head. "I'm sorry."
What's
Don't worry
going
about it.
on?
Just at this point, I could care less.
I'm sorry. It kind of goes under. Sometimes I have control over it. Sometimes I don't. I apologize.
Eh, I mean, to be fair, the last person that tried to do that was, I think, trying to bone me.
Well, do you want to see something cool?
Sure. What do you got?
Okay. Unfortunately, you're going to have to let me in, but I promise you, it will be cool. I'm not going to do anything malicious. I promise.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Alex, do you agree to this?
I don't think Alex
She
knows
does.
what's going on.
Yeah, she's like, what's going on?
Just relax your mind. Don't resist if you feel a prod.
She's doing weird mind reading stuff.
Out of curiosity, what is she? Because I can sense what she is.
She is a psychic vampire.
Hmm. And Alex is like, if you want to read my mind, I can just tell you what I think.
That's not what I'm trying to show you. I'm also going to show you what we may have to do in the future because it is a very handy thing to have in a tactical situation.
She shrugs.
So you feel your minds relax and ease, and you feel a nice, almost if you could see your minds being enveloped in mist and fog. And you don't feel hazy or anything malicious happen at all. And then, Valentine, you hear, "Ah, there we go. It's up." She is not talking, but you're hearing it.
Did you?
Valentine, Alex, it's good to speak with you like this. It's been a while since I've actually done this with anyone.
I so I think a reply. Oh, so we can just talk like this now?
Yes.
Cool. Am I able to talk with Alex?
Alex, you're literally hearing all this. Like all of the thoughts that are going, you guys are hearing this.
Alex's thoughts are like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? She is a weird mage, but she is hot.
This is my gift. I believe
Wait,
people call it telepathy.
wait, you can hear me?
Yes, we can
Yes?
hear your lewd thoughts.
It's fine, I don't hide them. But yeah, hello!
Yes, we can hear you.
This is cool. I like it.
Nifty, isn't it? Yeah. Great in combat scenarios when you don't want to speak. Perfectly silent. The only thing that can ever detect it is EMS, and even then, it's just basic electro signals. No one can ever identify what they are.
Wait, wait. Okay, let's see if we could do this real quick. I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna pull up music in my head.
You're just gonna listen to music in your head.
Yeah, does it work? Did they all hear?
Yeah, both. Yes, Alex and Jenna both hear it.
Ah, yeah. We could just all like. Can you tell me if you see this? Can you see images? Like if I think of an image,
What's the image you're thinking of?
I'm just literally
Uh,
gonna pull up like a freaking YouTube video, like something like.
Here's the thing: Jenna can see that. Alex can't see that one, but she can hear it.
I hear things.
Okay, you can only hear this.
Yeah, I can only hear it.
Oh, you two can only hear
I
it.
can see it.
Sweet.
What video did you bring up? The seal.
It's literally just a seal.
So we'll go with the seal.
Yeah.
She chuckles a bit and she says, "Oh, I love seals.
They're like perfect little water dogs.
They are." Anyway, sorry to. I imagine you two probably want to get going. I apologize for wasting your time. And
No, no, this
she
is.
she clenches her fists, and you feel the mist kind of slowly leave you. And then she shakes her head and then speaks physically. Ah, well, that wasn't so bad, was it?
That was really freaking. Okay, yeah, being able to talk without. Yeah, no, that's super helpful. Normally, I have to just do that over text, and, people intercept those. But yeah, that's really strong.
I like it.
She nods and she says, "Well, the floor is yours. I'll watch."
Have fun.
So before we get going near the end here, just really quickly, would both of you roll me 2 strength plus brawl checks? Um, Alex, you will roll strength plus brawl +2. Valentine, you're just rolling strength plus brawl for the first one, and then on the second one, you can add your specialty for the submission or for the grappling.
Do we add our defense or stuff like that, or just
No, no, no.
normal
That's not going to be added. You're just going to do 2 rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the final roll that I'll have you guys roll against each other, then you'll apply your defenses.
Okay. I'm
So these
rolling.
first 2 rolls are kind of the feel out rolls, you guys doing tactics on one another and checking each other out. And then the final roll will actually be a spar.
Okay.
Oof.
I don't know how to roll. In here.
I'll roll for you. I'll roll for you. Hold on.
I have like 9 against on my brawl.
Oh, of
Yes.
course you do.
So strength, brawl, and then you make sure they're highlighted. You go up to the little dice thing up in the top corner. You make sure it says 9 again. Click on the dice, and then of course you add 2 for your specialty training.
Can you
Please
say it
roll.
again? I plus strength and brawl.
I already rolled it right there. So
Oh,
you make
okay.
sure strength and brawl is highlighted. You
Mhm.
go up to the dice, make sure 9 again is highlighted. Click on the dice, add any modifiers, which is 2 for your specialty training,
Ah,
and
okay.
there you go. So you rolled, and you rolled very well. In the first little bit of you guys kind of feeling each other out and doing techniques on another, Christine, Alex is really good at what she does. Like, really good. Like, this is professional level. So both of you go ahead and make the roll again. I'll go ahead and make the roll for you, William, since I've already got it highlighted.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna check what the brute force does.
Holy shit. Yeah, Valentine, when it comes to the grapple training and the overall like just disposition of her fighting, she is freaking good.
Like, I
Uh,
mean, I'm definitely stronger and tougher, but Jesus Christ, she's just whipping around
yeah,
me.
you do actually have, at least in this form, I should say, at least in this form, Valentine, you are stronger than her and far more durable, and you're even somewhat more dexterous, but she's just really good.
There's this
She
like
is, yeah, she is professional.
one of the weird things about her is that she doesn't, like, she doesn't. How do I say? Her will doesn't let go, and um, I also like don't use what was the name of that? Her what was relentless assault or the brute force because I don't know what they do. I need to like write them
You'll have
down.
to, yeah, you'll have to find that out. But that's
Yeah,
not, you're not actually using your powers on her, so you're not really worried
yeah.
about that at the moment.
No, no, no. These are just like tactics that she
Yeah,
has.
I know. And you notice that Valentine, she is just like fucking, like, whoa.
What
Like,
is
there's, go ahead.
what is Valentine's soak?
Valentine's Soak is actually really good. Let me look. Actually, I think her soak got even better recently. Yeah, her armor's technically not right. Hold on, I gotta put something down.
What's a soak mean?
Means he's asking for your total armor rating, basically.
Oh, okay.
So at base, her armor is 4.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah.
I have also
So,
resilience +1.
and then you have resilience 1. She has resilience 1. So
Yeah.
you both have an effective armor of 5, technically. So as you're both hitting each other, you kind of realize that you two can actually hit each other pretty hard without getting hurt. Um, so now we will do the combat roll before the session ends here. So
Hmm.
first things first. Um, Valentine, I've got his sheet up, so I'll tell you what your roll is. You will make me a strength ball plus any specializations you have, Valentine, -5.
Okay.
It's actually -7 because of the defensive combat.
Right, defensive combat. So -7. My mistake. And then I will do your roll, William.
I think we have a tie.
Oh
Oof.
nope.
Can I? Can I make that dramatic?
You want to make that a dramatic failure?
Yeah, sure.
You know what? Sure, why not? I'll allow that. Um, well, yeah, it's because technically it's not a full combat roll. It's just a thing. So when the spar happens, even though you got a 0, she only got a 1. So you both kind of like do that thing where you go to take take a stance, and you're both kind of on the same level of what you want to do. So like the combat starts off, and you didn't both fail, so you didn't do the thing where you both just run at each other and then headbutt each other and then both fall down. But the fight starts, and neither one of you gains any ground. Like it's like you both literally do the thing that you thought the other was going to do and then fail.
Mm-hmm.
So you both go into combat, you start fighting and start sparring. Valentine, you go to take her down, and then she just slips out, and the combat lasts maybe about 7 seconds. But you both literally do like you both like get really sloppy, and the only way Alex even wins is when you go to grapple her, Valentine. You go to grapple her, but you miss because you misjudged her size, and she slips out and puts you into a. She's got your wrist, and then she's got one hand on your elbow, and she's got you on the floor.
Ah,
And even then, and even then it's sloppy. She's not actually standing up. She's actually almost fell on top of you, and it's a very sloppy
Mm-hmm.
hold. But because you screwed up so bad, you're both just on the ground, and you're like just what? Like she's got you in a sleeper hold, but she's not properly stable. So she's kind of like almost laying on top of you, and then you're just flat on the ground.
I just like blink for a second, and just start laughing. Like, well, that I guess that worked. Jesus Christ. All right.
Hello. You alright?
Oh
I
yeah.
heard you.
Oh yeah. I don't think I got any dents.
You're quite tough.
Yeah. Fact, you know, comes with the territory. You're surprisingly tough.
Got a lot of, hits to the head. After some time, you get tough.
Yeah, a little bit of brain damage always does you good. I should know.
Do you notice at this point, Alex, that Valentine's almost her entire body is cybernetic?
Mm-hmm.
She looks just like the picture. It was odd. Before you didn't really notice just how much she was fully cybernetic, but her whole body.
You decided to be like this?
I didn't get a choice.
Sorry to hear it.
It's fine. I'm
Is the asshole dead?
no. I don't think so.
Guess he needs to die.
I'll make sure that happens, but
With that,
yeah.
both of you take a beat for that.
Thank you.
And then both of you write on your sheet Bond of the Hunt. So
Okay.
when pursuing this particular target, and Valentine knows what I'm talking about, however, Alex does not. But when pursuing this particular target, you will both gain an extra dot in all actions towards the target.
Nice.
We're gonna need it.
So, Alex, you haven't gotten to Bond 1 yet with Valentine since you haven't let her into your lair yet. However, this will be the start of it.
Mhm.
So, you've almost made a family tie. But nonetheless, that is where the camera will fade. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another session of San Francisco by Night, Hunter the Vigil. See you next time.